Bomberger's is one of those whiskeys that we've only had a couple of times. Once when we met Raven Fuller, a Michter's rep on up in Red X, somebody won a bottle in a raffle, and
the chance to buy.
Yeah, they won the chance to buy a bottle.
But they popped it open and
they shared it and we were lucky to be participants in that bottle share there. Thank you, sir. And also, when we got the opportunity to visit Joe and Rick at Michter's Distillery in Shively, Kentucky. So or Shively, I'm not sure. Kentucky. Don't send me hate mail, please don't. Good luck.
At Jonathan.
At savorthebird.com. Fine, send it. I don't care. But anyway, so we had a quarter ounce pour at the distillery, maybe roughly quarter to half ounce pour at that bottle presentation thing that Miss Fuller did. Both times, it was incredible. We wanted more, and by golly, what we have before us right now is
got our
more.
Own damn bottle.
Yep, and we are going to get into this bad boy today on this episode of Savor the Burn. Let's go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Savor the Burn podcast. My name is Jonathan, and across the barrels from me is no more, no less than the Wizard Fingers. W2, how do you do?
It's a Michter's Day again.
It's a Michter's Day again, yeah. It may say Bomberger's, but Michter's is one who made it.
Yep. Paying homage to their legacy.
Yep. It's one of their legacy series bottles. Shanks, Old Man Shanks, was the Amish farmer that started it. That later sold to the Bomberger's distillery, Bomberger's company in Pennsylvania, and from there it sold to Michter's. But they're like he said, they're paying homage to their legacy. Bomberger's is part of that legacy, and I think they've done it justice. Just from the half ounce to the quarter ounce pours that we've had, it sings.
And this is an annual release.
Annual release, so you get this
just
once
like with
a year.
The Shanks. They release Shanks and Bomberger once a year. And this is the 2024. We finally got our hands on last year's offering. Time of recording, they are about to, but they just have not quite released the 2025 version of this, but it's coming soon. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It's coming soon. Stay tuned.
All the things.
All the things, yeah. And this is 108 proof.
108 proof.
And is it a blend?
No. This is a straight Kentucky bourbon.
Straight Kentucky bourbon. So thank you, Dan McKee. Thank you, Andrea Wilson, for pulling this out when it's ready. Thank you, Rick and Joe, everybody involved, all the staff, everything. But most importantly, to Savor the Burn, thank you, the watcher and the listener, to the Savor the Burn podcast. Whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on your favorite podcast app of choice, we are 100% stoked to have you join us on this. And thank you to our Patreons that have either decided to join up for free or chip in a little bit of money every month, starting at what, $3? There's a $3 tier. Thank you so much for joining us. And it just goes up from there, and the benefits are listed out there on the website. Check it out. Website, savorthebird.com. You can check out this bottle and many others in the liquor cabinet. And in fact, this one here, since it was distilled by Michter's, you'll find it in the featured distilleries tab under the featured distilleries,
along with all the other Michter's that we
everything else that we've done from Michter's. So anyway, so thank you. Subscribe, share to your fellow bourbon enthusiasts, and click bell notifications and subscribe and all the things. Savor the Burn. We're 100% stoked to have you guys join us on our journey. And we know that you guys are happy to hear what we have to say about these whiskeys when we get into them. Because not everybody knows what to expect. You know, are they going to... What was MSRP on this thing? Is it a $200 thing? Is
no,
it $300?
It's like 140, 160, somewhere in there.
So John Q. Public Mr. Average out there, myself included, I'm going to look at this bottle at $140 and go, nope. Not if I knew nothing about Michters, nothing about Bombergers. If I had never had a pour from it, I'd look at this bottle and the $140 price tag and say, nope. That said, if I were to look it up on Google or YouTube or anything and see a review or 2 reviews or 3 reviews and see the Savor the Burn review and how fantastic it is, which we have yet to discover on our full review of this thing, I would be more apt to buy a $140 bottle.
And the second market,
I've spent more on a bottle of whiskey.
The second market price on this one is $240, $280.
Oh wow. Yeah, so good luck finding it MSRP, roughly $140. Yeah.
Pop this bad boy.
Yeah.
Let's get into this.
You just saw me take the X-Acto blade and cut the topper strip thing. What do they call this?
Neck tape.
Neck tape. Yeah, so here we go. Ready? Oh yeah. That had a high pitch.
That was a good pop.
That was a perky pucker right there. Oh, look at that. Michter's glasses.
Hey, imagine that. So this is the 2024 Bomberger's Declaration Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Category Bourbon. Distilled by Michter's in Kentucky. There is no age statement on this one. This is a Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, which means it has to be a minimum of 2 years. Based off of that color, it's probably a 6 to 8 year.
And knowing what we know,
my guess.
Knowing what we know about Michter's, they pull the barrel when it's ready.
This is 108 proof. The Bomberger's Declaration Distillery Bourbon honors the legacy of the former distillery known as Bomberger's in the 1800s and later as Michter's in the 20th century. Please join us in toasting and celebrating American whiskey. Celebrating American whiskey history with this outstanding small batch 108 proof Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This 2024 release of Bomberger's Declaration Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey continues the flavorful tradition of using bourbon aged in Chinkapin oak.
That's a fun
The
word.
Chinkapin oak was naturally air-dried and seasoned for 3 years before being toasted and charred to our exact specifications.
Okay.
3 years
Yeah.
to air dry before you turn it into the barrel.
Before you
Mind-blowing.
mill that down and create
This
something
year's
with it.
release, being 2024, also utilizes malted rye in its recipe. The result is a bold and vibrant whiskey with many layers of rich complexity.
Wow. First impression on the nose. Interesting. It smells earthy.
There is an earthy kind
Are
of
you picking that up too?
Yeah.
I don't know. So Chinkapin oak is something that I think the first time I even heard that term was from Rick. Forgive me, I don't remember his last name. From
Rick Robinson.
Rick Robertson? Robinson from Michter's Distillery. He's the vice president. He's got a legacy of his own. Like he was 15 years at we've talked about him a few times, have yet to review any of their stuff, but Crown Royal, I mean, he was 20 years, I think 15 years there. So, I mean, he knows all about that stuff. And he had a hand in picking the oak with a precision fine grain, the PFG over here from the Bombergers. So, you know what? I guess, no, it's not our first run with Bombergers here on Savor the Burn.
No.
But it is our first run with this particular Bomberger.
This is not the PFG.
It is not. It is not a bourbon that was aged in oak that came from trees grown in a specific region in France next to a specific river, next to specific flora.
So I have to believe that the earthy notes that we're getting is probably and possibly from the malted rye instead of just regular rye in the mash bill.
I like if I had my druthers, I'd rather it be malted rye versus unmalted rye.
So I'm getting some really dark molasses and...
It's dark. There's something dark there.
And maybe some dark aged maple.
Aged maple. I'll put in dark aged.
And put some dark stone fruit in there.
Dark.
Maybe a hint of like a black cherry.
Black cherry, okay.
Some orange zest, maybe.
You think orange zest?
Some toffee.
There's ever so slightest pinch on the nose from that proof, and the proof is
not much though.
I mean, I say only 108 proof with air quotes because we've had some really high proof things in our catalog. I mean,
I'm getting a little bit of a toasted nut of some kind.
Toasted. Are you gonna go almond?
Maybe. It's not quite peanut brittle, so...
It's not peanutty.
So maybe almond?
Yeah, we'll see. What did you say before, in between earthy and toasted almond? You said something that threw me off, and I started rambling about
maple,
shit. Maple? All
right. Like a dark maple?
All right, I got dark aged maple, dark stone fruit, black cherry, earthy, then I think you said something.
I said toffee.
Toffee, and citrus. You said citrus.
And orange zest.
Orange zest.
Yeah.
See, we were just talking earlier off camera about, sometimes people forget things. I totally forgot. Orange zest. And you said molasses?
All I know is I'm ready to get this on the palate.
Yes. Yes. So to all of you watching and listening.
And if you know, you know. Michter's.
Michter's, yeah.
Immediate milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Huh. All right. I'm not picking up on that, but it doesn't mean that it's not there.
Like Cadbury egg milk chocolate.
You had to go and say Cadbury egg. Because nothing like a fucking a rabbit with...
Thank you, Easter Bunny.
Bark, bark, bark. Yeah, so the second you said Cadbury, my mind went to that filling in there. Whatever that filling is, that really sugary kind of...
So they've changed that filling. Really? I don't like it as well as I did probably 10 years ago.
I had no idea that they changed it. How long ago did they change it?
I
haven't had one in years, but...
It's been so... It used to be like a clear, very liquidy.
Yeah.
It's now like full-on dense, solid, white with an orange smear to resemble egg.
It was like the cherry cordials. You bite into it and it fucking goos everywhere. Yeah. It was just like that.
It has not been that way for years now.
Oh man! All right, so once you said Cadbury, my mind went to that gooey, Cadbury egg experience from, I guess, way back when. And I agreed mentally. Oh, I agreed with that. So yeah,
there's some great baking spices.
How do we narrow that down? Because that doesn't exist anymore.
I'm getting a very strong milk chocolate.
Yeah.
And some baking spices, nutmeg, cinnamon, clove, a little bit of an oak, maybe a burnt marshmallow in there.
Yeah, the oak does come through, and in fact, it's actually here on the it's on the finish. I think the chinkapin oak that they have aged this whiskey inside of those barrels, I think they've done a good job with it. Nutmeg, cinnamon, clove. Let's see, oak comes through. Lord willing, we keep this podcast going, and it goes and goes and goes and goes and goes, and I will one day be able to tell the difference immediately, right off the bat, like American oak, Missouri oak, French oak, chinkapin oak, all the different forms, in pheni of oak that goes into these barrels, and how that expresses itself in the whiskeys. What else are you getting on the palate here before we move over here to finish? Milk chocolate, baking spices, including probably but not limited to nutmeg, cinnamon, and clove, and also oak here. Did the citrus change or stay the same or evolve?
It's delicious.
Okay.
It's bold. It's strong.
Bold citrus. I know you're making a joke there because of
It wouldn't
Fred
be a
No.
podcast episode if we didn't mention
Jim Beam. And if you don't get it, Fred No, master distiller, all things Jim Beam. We met him. There was a, we make fun of it because that's what he said about one of his whiskeys in the Booker's boxes here. Like the description was bold, and so on and so forth. We're like, what? Get out of here! So bold citrus?
No, that's not what I meant. But yeah,
I don't think it's bold citrus.
No.
I think it's a creamy citrus. How much you got in there? Roughly the same. How many drops did you put in?
3 drops.
3? Before I get into that, oh shit! Is it butterscotchy? Is it toffee? Is it honey? What's the sweetness? Narrow it down for me on the finish.
On the finish, ooh,
I think it's like a bright.
it's butterscotch on the finish. It starts off toffee, but it finishes butterscotch.
It's toffee also on the palate? Mm-hmm. I need to get more toffee into me. It's not my go-to, but
pick yourself up a Heath bar.
A Heath bar?
A Heath bar.
Okay.
Heath bar is a classic English toffee and milk chocolate. Because that's actually what I'm getting on the palate on this is milk chocolate and English toffee.
So a lot like a Heath bar. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Yeah, the oak carries through. Butterscotch. It's almost sugary sweet, brown sugary sweet.
This is absolutely delicious.
On the finish.
There's no cocktails that are going to be anywhere near this bottle.
It's like a bright citrus. I think on the finish, which is really weird because it's orange zest on the. Mm-hmm. Actually, I'll scribble out bright citrus and put down orange zest because I think orange zest showed back up on the finish.
I have some distiller's notes on the taste.
Yeah, you know what? Bring that on. Let's hear what they have to say about it.
So color, rich mahogany.
I need to add just a touch more here.
I don't know if I'd go full mahogany, but yeah, sure, whatever. Subjective.
On color?
On color.
I wouldn't call that mahogany. Get out of here. Mahogany to
Chestnut.
me is High and Wicked the Jury. See how dark that is? It's like mahogany and espresso or coffee or whatever.
Yep.
I mean, they are the same. Call me crazy.
So, on the nose.
Yeah, please go.
Dark fruit accompanied by nuts and maple.
All right, so you said almond and you said maple.
Mm-hmm.
Dark fruit? You did say dark stone fruit. And you also said black cherry, which I do agree with.
Palate.
How many drops did you put in?
3.
3? Okay, keep
An
going.
exceptional whiskey that opens with deep, rich molasses, giving way to layers of jammy fruit and transitioning into rich chocolate and baking spice.
Okay, baking spices, definitely. Rich chocolate? You said milk chocolate.
I said milk chocolate.
That's fine. You're in the ballpark. And go over those again. You said molasses? We had toffee here.
Exceptional whiskey that opens with deep, rich molasses.
Okay.
Giving way to layers of jammy fruit and transitioning into rich chocolate and baking spice.
I got creamy citrus because I want to go back to that Cadbury egg kind of experience that we remember from our childhood. But
I think it's there. It's the sugary sweetness that comes from that center. I think that's the visual I get. Yeah, jammy.
Are you getting jammy fruit?
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not getting any jammy.
I'm not either. But yeah, I get the cat. Actually,
and are you ready for this? On the finish, Michter says it's lingering and complex.
See, that's what I was talking about. Like, because I had to double check and make sure that I still had my microphone.
Like, that's
what I'm talking about. Like when Fred No did that line with his tasting notes, air quote. tasting notes with some of his Booker's and not lineage, but Booker's, Baker's, candlestick makers releases that he's got.
Speaking of lineage,
yeah, I think it's just about time.
Batch 2 is out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get out there and check that out.
It's time to visit the Holy Land.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, so yeah, a couple of drops really woke up the citrus on that, and the caramel. Mm-hmm. The caramel or the butterscotch, I think, changed the caramel. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, that's almost like a completely different whiskey. I added 3 drops to like maybe an ounce. Mm-hmm. God, that's amazing. Anyway, so I need to get into my score here. Start writing my score down, but we have yet
4 hours later.
4 hours later. But we have yet to talk about bottle presentation. Tell me what you think about this bottle. It's like a tall wine bottle style bottle glass itself, and we know it's probably Italian glass.
This absolutely
from where they source their bottles.
Because Michter sources all their glass from Italy. I mean, come on. Everything about this label, everything about this bottle screams nod to legacy, nod to heritage. Which is the entire purpose of this. This is an annual release that they do to just pay respect back to the Bomberger brand that
and the Bomberger
they
name
came from. Right.
Yeah.
So with that said,
it's almost like a leather band here. It just looks.
It exactly. And
there's a horse-drawn carriage here. I don't know what that is. I can't quite read what's going on.
So in any glitzy, gimmicky kind of thing, I think would come off as cheeky and cheap. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, okay.
So that said, the things that I love about this are the fact that it looks like an old bottle. It looks like it's very dated. It looks like something that is from the 1800s. And I think they nailed it.
It's simple.
What I'm trying to say is,
dare I say elegant?
I like it.
I like the scroll work that they have here in the Bomberger's name. Declaration, you know what? When we had our opportunity to ask them why they called it Declaration, or they call the Shanks Homestead. Yeah, that's Homestead. So Homestead, I understand. Mm-hmm. Like when they did Homestead, because I mean that's where it started. Old man Amish farmer. Yep. John Shanks on his farm in Pennsylvania. You said. Mm-hmm. Come to find out, he liked his whiskey. So I get it. Homestead. Everything was a homestead back then, and now Declaration. Was it around 1776 when they signed the Declaration of Independence, effectively signing their own death warrants, and bringing the redcoats to the newly founded United States American shores?
1800s.
1800s? It's a little bit late for that then, but still.
No, 1800s.
It was 1780s when they got here and started.
Exactly. When you think of the 18th century, that's the 1700s.
Yeah, 1700s. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Yeah. I want to recognize. I wish I had more.
And let's forget
class.
Michter's utilizes the 1753 as their as their found date, so it falls in line with that. Yeah.
I love how they have the bottle number. 1,364 of 2017. It's got the batch number, 2024 release.
Even though that's a lot of bottles, that's still a very finite number of bottles. In comparison to, and I don't even remember what the number was, but that lineage, batch 1.
Yeah, several thousand.
Was not small batch, and it did not say small batch, but it was, I was just like, oh God, that's a lot of bottles.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 100,000 something bottles. It was.
But I mean, and bringing it back to this bottle here.
You know what? We have one.
We do. We do.
It's almost empty.
We're gonna have another. This one, this label here on the Bomberger's declaration. There's a horse-drawn carriage, and there's some tiny writing down here. I can't make out what the hell it says. Something American whiskey tradition. What's this? What's that first word? Honoring, maybe.
Oh Jesus!
That one right there, right? It's really small. Plus, I think it's bolder script or bolder print than it needs to be.
I don't think it's honoring, but I have no idea what that is.
Yeah,
but it's definitely American whiskey tradition.
Yeah, so we can guess it's like honoring, but I don't.
It looks like a G.
G, yeah. Old English lettering throws me off sometimes, but whatever.
Whiskey!
So, I want to see this and know it as a throwback to 1700s or 1800s style bottles and labels and whiskeys. But, I wasn't around back then, so I have no idea what the whiskey was like. I've heard it was awful, but I don't know.
This is not awful.
This is definitely not awful. I mean, this is a cut above. This is a class of its own. It's definitely tasty. So I'm really struggling with my bottle presentation.
Okay.
Is why I keep talking about the bottle and the labeling on this one here. When I go back
to
the Shanks, which is similar.
Yes.
From the same distillery. The Shanks, I gave the bottle presentation a 4.5.
I mean,
and you gave it a 4.75. So we definitely loved the Shanks. We definitely loved what they brought to the table. I definitely love the Bombergers and what it brings to the table. I just anyway.
Think on it.
Yeah.
What did you give this on the nose?
On the nose, I gave it a 4.75. This one here, not only did it have a wide variety of things, it also had a they were each one of those notes were strong. Usually,
very much so.
If they're strong notes, there's a fewer number of notes that you pick up on. This one here, or vice versa. There can be a lot of different notes on the nose notes, however you want to say it, whiskey. But there'll be a lot of different things to pick up on the nose, but they're not super strong. They're not bold. They're not, in your face. But this one here, it had plenty, and each one was very bold. So that's why I gave it a 4.75. How about you? Where are you at on it?
Girl.
For real?
4.75.
I'll be damned.
Right there.
I'll be ding dang dong. Yeah, I mean there was dark aged maple, dark stone fruit, black cherry, earthy, molasses. You picked up some toasted nuts, probably almond. I said orange zest. You're very specific about that one almost immediately. I loved the nose on this one. I still love the nose on this one.
Fantastic.
Yeah, moving on to the palate. The palate for me, I had to bump it up because it was so much more expressive. You picked up milk chocolate immediately. It was the first thing off your. It goes without saying that we were wowed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Immediately wowed, right? Yeah. But there was milk chocolate, baking spices, and you said specifically nutmeg, cinnamon, clove. The oak, I picked up on oak. You said Cadbury egg, and I wasn't picking up on any of the notes or any of the taste that a Cadbury egg would, that I remember anyway, would have to offer until you said Cadbury, and I was like, there it is. It's a creamy sweet, maybe not vanilla, but it's sugary sweet, and but the butterscotch kind of notes or whatever tied into it, that was part of their creamy citrus. There's a toffee. You said something about a Heath bar, what you would expect from the English toffiness inside of a Heath bar wrapped in the chocolate. So I'm gonna have to go explore that. I don't remember a whole lot about Heath bars, but yeah, I'll go check that out. So for me, it bumped it up. What's higher than a 4.75? A 5. So that's where I gave it. This to me was a perfect palate. How about you? Where are you at?
I locked in, and I'm rolling with my 4.75.
Okay. Which is not far away from a 5 at all. But yeah, I mean, you picked up on most of the tasting notes that I put down here. What were the tasting notes, one more again, that the distillery had to offer?
An exceptional whiskey that opens with deep, rich molasses, giving way to layers of jammy fruit and transitioning into rich chocolate and baking spice.
Rich chocolate. Okay, so that's what I remember there being a part of that one. So cool. Stupid whiskey. That brings us to the finish. There was oak, butterscotch. I picked up on a brown sugary sweetness that it lingers. I should write down lingering. I really loved the finish on this one here. Butterscotch, brown sugary sweet. Orange zest showed back up. It was on the nose, skipped palate, but it showed back up on the finish along with that lingering sweet that I just wrote down. You saw me write it down in real time. How meta is that? So anyway, for me, it was every bit as good as the palate. So it was an easy 5 for me all day.
I'm still rolling.
Yeah.
4 3/4.
God, it just, you say rolling. It reminds me, obviously.
A chocolate flavored starfish.
The chocolate starfish, hot dog for that Limp Biscuit. I didn't want to believe that Rollin'.
The Air Raid.
Rollin' Air Raid mix or whatever it is. That song by Limp Bizkit is, unfortunately, I can't fathom how that is the most popular Limp Bizkit song on Spotify. I don't like it. But, I mean, you switch over to Amazon Music, where I'm at, it's number 3. It's still way up there. It just, I don't like the song, first and foremost.
Dad!
Okay, that's exactly how. Why are you making me listen to Metallica again? This is old people stuff. Go to your room. So that's where I'm at with it. So we talked about bottle presentation, I think, at great length. Unfortunately, you guys had to listen to all that. I am trying to quickly, whiskey fingers here are precluding me from doing that. So, when we did the Shanks Declaration, which is a very similar bottle, I'll bring it back down here. I mean, it's not apples to apples. It's super similar. Actually, I think it is pretty much apples to apples on this one. Yeah. It's not apples to oranges. It's not completely different, but it is different. But it's so similar to it. I mean, you have the neck stripe, you have the dark topper, you've got the wine bottle.
Natural cork.
You've got a similar punt. Yeah, natural cork, like you said.
Dual label on the front.
Yeah, dual label on the front. Back label is roughly the same. On the Shanks Homestead, I gave it a 4 1/4, I think is what I said. But after all of the bottles that we did and how it is that we are honestly trying to work our numbers into a realistic range, I couldn't do that. I was still wowed by it, because if I saw that, I'd be like, wow, what's that? So that's at the very minimum, it got a 4 out of me.
All right.
So that's where I'm landing on it.
Well,
like it, love it, hate it, deal with it. I gave it a 4.
I threw all that in the garbage and went 4.5.
4.5? Okay. 4.5.
Not completely in the garbage, but you understand.
Which doesn't surprise me a whole lot, because
I dug it.
We've talked about
for what it is.
For what it is, yeah. But we talked about you and your history, and I say history, but like current status even as a graphic designer. You pay close attention to these things. Not just the label, but label size. It could be all the way up here, up to the curve. And it doesn't need a second label down here, but it has it. But what does it say? And what does it say on the main label? Does it have a back label? It does. What does it say? And is it just one font, one size the entire time? No, they switch it up. Yes, they have the government warnings. I guess everybody has to have that in a barcode. But I mean, there's a little touch of art down here, just like there is on the front label. It's got a neck stripe. It's got a black topper. It's got natural cork. who doesn't love the old school wine style, wine bottle style? So whatever. So we've talked about our scores. These are a 0 to 5 rating on 4 categories: nose, palate, finish, bottle presentation. We add those up to a possible 20 based on our arbitrary how we feel about its scores. We divide that number by 2 to get our 0 to 10 rating. For me and my house, we have this bad boy locked in at 3. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. 9.375. So it's 9 3/8. It's north of 9. It's north of 9 and
I was like, holy cow, how do you give this a 3?
Yeah, it's absolute trash. Wow. I have to take this home and dispose of it properly.
Jim Beam White Label didn't even get that.
Well, he said it. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. I'm not ashamed of it. That's my score.
That's a
How
great
about you?
score.
Where are you at with it?
9.625.
9 and 5/8. All right.
So we're right there.
Yeah. I mean, what's not to like about this bottle? I mean, even if you're not wowed by it visually, which we were at the very least, I was. You dug it from a graphic design standpoint. I have no complaints. No, it didn't come in a box. No, it didn't come in a bottle. No, it didn't come with a gun, a revolver.
It did come in a bottle, though.
It did come in a bottle. It didn't. The bottle topper didn't have a bullet flying on the side, and a fully assembled bullet, by the way, with the casing, which I still don't understand. I mean, what other? It wasn't wax dipped. There's a lot of things that it didn't come with, but what it did have was class and elegance and a fair shot at proving its point that Michter's is trying to throw respect and pay homage to the past, to their legacy in this legacy series, straight bourbon whiskey, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. So I think Mr. Dan McKee knows what he's doing. Andrea Wilson, master of maturation, knows what she's doing. Joe and Rick know what they're doing. And everybody across the board in the Michter's family and the Michter's distillation process, everybody knows what the hell they're doing. Do you have any final thoughts on here? Anything that we haven't talked?
I dig it. I absolutely dig it.
I dig it too.
And I love the fact that they take the time annually to pay homage to where they came from.
Every year they put this out. And every year they put out the Shanks.
And, I mean, I'm sure somewhere in the fine print, I'm sure Michter's is on there somewhere. Yeah, I mean.
Somewhere.
It's on there somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's front and center. There's nothing Michter's about that.
No. You have to look at the fine print to find the Michter's.
Yep. So, I mean, they are heavily leaning into their legacy, their heritage, and just honoring the brands that they were born out of.
They don't have to.
No.
They don't have to.
Nope.
I think our score says enough. We've already said enough about this. You have things to do. We have things to do. To everybody at Michter's, congratulations on a wonderful bottle that's at least
I'm really looking forward to the 2025 bottle.
Yeah, the 2025 is coming out soon, but this one here, just know that you have our high fives when it comes to this bad boy. So if you've had it, please let us know. Send us an email, info, W2 or Jonathan at savortheburn.com, or leave us a comment. Or send us a smoke signal. However it is that you communicate, please let us know what you think if you have had this. If not, keep your words to yourself. We don't care what you had to say. That was a little harsh. That was more aggressive than it needed to be. So no matter who you are, where you are, what you're drinking, who you're drinking it with, never forget, keep on burning.